Hello, Joseph Carrabas here. Again, I'm reading from works that have impressed me, that have taught me something, that have encouraged me to become a better craftsperson in my own work. And today I'm going to be reading from Richard Brautigan. If you've never heard of Richard Brautigan, welcome to the masses. He's largely unknown now. He was probably the last of the Beat Generation authors. Some might consider him past the Beat Generation authors. Um, Definitely an author who experimented with mind-altering things, much like William Burroughs. Um, he's a challenging read. I'll give him that. Challenging in the sense that if you're not prepared to let his work come into you, it's not going to work for you. Most of his prose reads like poetry. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he is a master of imagery. He makes visual illusions that are just so capturing, and his use of language as a whole, his descriptive powers are stunning. So anyway, we're going to start with something from one of Richard Brautigan's, "The Pill versus the Spring Hill Mine Disaster." And this is actually a chapter called "The Good Talking Candle." I had a good talking candle last night in my bedroom. I was very tired, but I wanted someone to be with me, so I lit a candle and listened to its comfortable voice of light until I was asleep. There's a very visual image um, of quiet, a good talking candle. So most people, when they see a candle, they don't think something 60 feet tall or 2,000 watts. There's a candle in a bedroom. I have a sense automatically of a quiet place, night, closeness, softness. I was very tired, but I wanted somebody to be with me. That to me is a fascinating statement. The sense of exhaustion, which is brought all to the fore by the simplicity of the statement. So I lit a candle. So here's a person who's an individual. He doesn't have a lot of people around him. He can't go to somebody. He doesn't have anybody in his life. He seeks solace in the darkness of the night with a candle. And I listened to its comfortable voice of light. That to me is a tender and compelling statement. I listened to its voice of light. You have that kind of contradiction of sensory information, yet it makes sense until I was asleep. I had a good talking candle last night in my bedroom. I was very tired, but I wanted somebody to be with me, so I lit a candle and listened to its comfortable voice of light until I was asleep. That to me is just astounding writing. The next thing I'm going to read is from another one of his books in this anthology, "In Watermelon Sugar." This is another chapter. "The Girl with the Lantern Again." After a while, I let Pauline go to sleep, but then I had my usual trouble sleeping. She was warm and sweet-smelling beside me. Her body called me to sleep as if it were a band of trumpets. I lay there for a long time before I got up and went for one of the walks I take at night. I stood there with my clothes on, watching Pauline sleep. Strange how well Pauline has slept since we have been going steady together. For Pauline was the girl who went for the long walks at night, carrying the lantern. Pauline was the girl I wondered so much about, walking up and down the road, stopping at this place, this bridge, this river, these trees and the piney woods. Her hair is blonde, and now she is asleep. After we started going steady, she stopped her long walks at night, but I still continue mine. It suits me to take these long walks at night. If you pick up a hint of Hemingway in the simplicity of those sentences, good, because it's there. He had trouble sleeping, and she was warm and sweet smelling beside me. So again, we have this very simple statement which has a lot of sensory information in it. He is lying there, maybe tossing and turning, we don't know, but he's having difficulty sleeping. And his sensory information is of this warm body beside him, and he can smell her sweetness. Her body called me to sleep as if it were a band of trumpets. Probably not exactly enticing him to sleep, more like demanding he be awake and alert, possibly ready for something. I lay there for a long time before I got up and went for one of the walks I take at night. Stood there with my clothes on, watching her asleep. I have a sense from that of expectation. He's got his clothes on. He's ready to go somewhere, watching her sleep. Strange how well Pauline has slept since we've been going steady together, for Pauline was the girl who went for the long walks at night carrying the lantern. She wants to go somewhere at night. She's trying to find something. She's carrying the lantern, Diogenes, if you will. Pauline was the girl I wondered so much about, walking up and down the road, stopping at this place, this bridge, this river, these trees, and the piney woods. A strong sense of place, and he draws you down, stopping at this place, this bridge, this river, these trees, in the piney woods. Her hair is blonde, and now she is asleep. So he's got these memories coming and putting them here at her. Memories, he's making an offering to her. After we started going steady, she stopped for long walks at night, but I still continue mine. She is satisfied with the outcome. He is not. He is still restless. She is resting. It suits me to take these long walks at night. He doesn't want her to know. Good stuff. Richard Brautigan, strongly suggest it. Again, if you're an author or a writer and you want to learn more about your craft, Richard Brautigan is a way to go. If you're just someone who enjoys good story crafting and storytelling, Richard Brautigan. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye.